there. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know what time it is. It is Settle In Sunday. Come on in and let's have a quick chat tonight. It's Settle In Sunday. I'm so super excited to be live with you today. Come on in, everybody. I'm Tammy Durden. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Settle In Sunday. I hope everyone has had a super Sunday. I've certainly had a super Sunday, and I hope the same for you. Hey, Brandy, thank you so much for jumping on. Hello, how are you? Hey there. Hey over there on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining InstaFam. Thank you, thank you. So come on in. Let's have a quick convo on tonight. Hey, Deirdre. Thank you for joining, sis. Thank you for the love. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Settle In Sunday, and it's time for our quick convo on tonight, quick conversation. I'm going to go ahead and invite a few people to join us on tonight, and I ask that you do the same. So let me know. Chime in. Let me know how your day is going. Are you settling in? It's Settle In Sunday, so come on in, everybody, and jump on for a quick conversation on tonight for Settle In Sunday. So come on in. So now I'm going to go ahead and invite a few friends to join us on tonight for Settle In Sunday. And I ask that you do the same. But while I'm inviting them to join, let me take the liberty of introducing myself for those who may not be familiar with me. My name is Tammy Durden, international speaker, author, and image consultant. Hey, Orlando, thank you so much for joining on Instagram. And what professional women, female entrepreneurs, women in ministry, what they hire me to do is to help them identify their authentic style and transform their image into something amazing. I am the image maker. How many of you know that how you show up in the world matters? You only get one chance for a first impression, and it matters. Your inner image, which includes your attitude, your mindset, your outer image, how you present yourself physically in the world really matters. It's really important. And I think sometimes we underestimate the power of our presence and our outer image. And so that's what I help women to do. Now, on the other hand, what I also do, I am the founder and executive director of Tammy Durden Ministries International. We are a global women's empowerment organization. And so what we do is to help women push past setbacks and stagnancy, to overcome obstacles, find their purpose, and then to propel them forward to their divine destiny. So we're a global empowerment women's ministry. One of the big things that we do every year. Hey there, thank you so much for joining. Hey, Denisha, thank you. Hey, Debbie, thank you for jumping on. Good to see you. Yes, and so one of the things that we do every year is our annual empowerment conference. It's the Get Up, Dust Yourself Off and Win conference. This year, we are inviting men into our space as we're having the worthiness experience. We're going to be talking about worthiness in business, dating, relationships, marriages. I don't know about you, but that's a pretty important topic these days. I know so many single women and men frustrated, can't find the right one, relationships not working out, people getting back on the dating scene and don't know how to navigate that thing, and it's falling apart, and not doing it God's way, and people are frustrated. Some people have given up on love. Now that's a dangerous place, but if you're constantly experiencing, hey, Antoinette, hey, thank you so much for joining, sis. Hey there. If you're constantly experiencing disappointment and setbacks when it comes to relationships, things are not working out, you're not yoked up with the right person, those are some of the things that we're going to be discussing at the Get Up Conference. We have an amazing lineup of relationship experts. These are people that specialize in relationships that can help answer your questions, that can help get you from where you are to where you want to be. We have married couples coming. Dr. Scott Davenport is going to talk to our married couples in a breakout session. So bring your questions for Dr. Davenport. He's amazing. And he'll be providing some wisdom in the area of marriage. We have Brennan Angel Rhodes. If you need help on the dating scene. Maybe you're just getting back on the dating scene, don't know how to navigate it. Maybe you want to prepare for marriage. That's what Angel and Brent specialize. That's what they're going to be talking about in their breakout session at the conference. Then we have Dr. Yvonne Young. He's going to talk to the female bosses and the male bosses, the professionals, the successful men and women, particularly about, will the real men please stand up? You know, we're talking about quality men as quality women, professionals, entrepreneurs. We're out there, and some of us are like, where are the quality men? And so Dr. Young is going to help us out with that and help us to have a shift in mindset, men and women. And so I'm so excited because men and women are going to converge in the same place, get some wisdom, get some answers on this whole dating, relationships, improving marriages. I know people that have been married 5, 10, 20, 30 years and are still not happy, you know, and so we're going to get some truth. We're going to get some wisdom so that we can live our best lives, the lives that God designed and created us to live. So if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, be sure to go by getupandwin.com. Grab your ticket to the conference. Hey, we just have a few days left and just a few seats left. So you want to be sure to get registered for the conference. Hey, I already see some conference attendees on here. Deirdre, hey, Tasha Peavy, yes. Tasha has her own table, honey, yes. Tasha is a table ambassador. So super excited about that. Hey, Benjamin, thank you so much for joining. Hey, Dominic Prosper, thank you for joining. Hello. Hey, Janice, thank you for joining, sis. The Dr. Dawn will be with us at the conference. Hey, sis. All right. Hey, cool. Hey, William. Thank you so much for joining. I so apologize if I didn't pronounce your name correctly. Hey, that's right, Tasha. Images, everything. Hey, Clifford, thank you so much for joining. Happy Sunday, Dr. Dunn. Yeah, yes, ma'am. I have been on the move. Yes, ma'am, I sure have. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Delisa, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Yes, that's awesome. Delisa says she loves her husband. We need more of that. Hello. Hey, over there on Instagram, thank you so much for joining. And so let's just have a quick chat for a little bit, y'all. It's Settle In Sunday. We're settling in. We're preparing for the week. And so let's just have a quick talk. As we're still talking about relationships, and as we're talking about marriage and dating and all of that, we want to talk about today is wait on God. Wait on God. And so in our, Tasha says, yes, can't wait for the conference. Woo, woo. It's going to be life-changing, y'all. I'm so excited about it. So I never put on a conference just to have a conference, just to host a conference. None of that. It's always ordained by God. And every year God has something different. And this year is so special. I know that I really believe in my heart that there will be a supernatural shift and move of God at this conference, that people are going to walk away. Their marriages are going to be restored. Their people are going to be healed from past hurts and past relationships and past hurts from the past. You know, divine connections are going to be made. Some divine connections have already been made in certain areas, and the conference hasn't even taken place yet. And it's absolutely amazing. And so you just don't want to miss it. Go to getupandwin.com. I know I keep talking about it. I'm so excited about it. I want you to get whatever God has for you. I had one of the ladies that's a table ambassador, got a whole table plus, and she said she's actually doing our opening prayer as well. And she said, I just hear God saying, you know, just don't miss it. You know, whatever God is doing, I don't want to miss it. And so I don't want you to miss it. So again, go to getupandwin.com. CJ's going to be at the conference. Hey, sis, thank you so much for jumping on. And for the men out there, yes, there will be men there. We have men registered. And so you don't have to feel like you're going to be the Lone Ranger. So we do have men that will be attending the conference. But listen, let's talk about let's get into conversation on tonight as we settle in. And our conversation is surrounding wait on God. Wait on God. You know, sometimes we're so anxious to get married. We're so anxious to be in a relationship. we're so anxious to get that business going, and we just jump into things sometimes. Now, it's one thing is if you're led by God and you're taking a leap of faith, right? But it's another thing if you're in a hurry and you're stepping outside of God's timing. When you're in a hurry and you're stepping outside of God's timing, how many of you know it's very likely that you're going to miss God because you've stepped outside of his timing and now you've taken things into your own hands because God is not moving as fast as you think he should be moving. But how many of you know that God's timing is perfect? It is in order, and everything that you need to happen, everything that you need as far as resources, people, money, whatever it is, the right one will happen in God's timing. And so it's important that we wait on God, that we not get ahead of him. You know, in the Bible, Abraham and Sarah, they got ahead of God and some things happened in that situation. They tried to create their own blessing. And anytime we try to create our own blessing, you know, things are out of divine order. And then we're going to experience some things that we could have avoided if we just chose to wait on God and trust his timing. Wait on God and trust his timing. I know even in business, a lot of times, maybe you have some great ideas and you feel like you should be in a certain place in your business and things are not going along. And so we just kind of want to help be Holy Ghost Jr. and help out God and go out and get our own connections and those kind of things. And some of those connections are not godly connections. And it ends up being a hot mess and we get entangled in things that we have no business being entangled with. We become entangled with people that we have no business being entangled with because we chose to step out on our own, not wait on God, and not trust God's timing. Hey, hello. Thank you so much for joining, Armando. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it's Settle In Sunday, and we're talking about wait on God. You know, God's daughter, I know it's been a long time. I know that you've been preparing. You know, you've been waiting on your Boaz. You've been waiting on your king to come. You've been faithful. You've been preparing, you know, and then it seems like the clock is not only ticking, but it's ticking faster, faster and faster, and you're getting older and older. And sometimes we get anxious and we don't trust God's timing. We think that time is running out. It's getting too late. And so we jump into these relationships that are no good for us. They don't serve us. They're no good for us. We begin to compromise our standards. We begin to compromise who we are. Knowing whose we are and who we are is so important. But it's important not to lose sight of that just because time is passing and God has not moved yet. How many of you know that God has not forgotten? He has not forgotten that you're single. He has not forgotten that you're preparing. He has not forgotten that you want to be married. He has not forgotten that you want to be in a relationship. But sometimes we have to take a step back and look at ourselves and say, you know what? Am I ready for the blessing? Am I prepared for the blessing? Am I prepared to be married? Am I prepared to be in a relationship? Do I have so much going on in my life? Do I even have time for a relationship? Have I made time for it? You know, personally speaking, y'all know I'm transparent. I call myself on the carpet all the time. I live a busy life. I'm a woman of purpose and I live a busy life. And yes, I want to be married. I want to be in a relationship. I want to be married. But I want it to be who God has for me. But also at the same time, if I'm preparing for marriage or relationship, I've got to make sure that I do my part, that I've made time to be able to spend with someone when they come. So if I'm all over the place, Dr. Dunn was just saying that I've been busy, a busy woman. Yes. And so I'm always doing something. Again, I'm a woman of purpose. But if I truly want to be in a relationship, I got to make time for it. You see, the fact of the matter is we make time for what's important to us. You know, a lot of times we say, oh, I don't have time. I'm too busy. But if it's really those things that are really important to us, we tend to make time for them, don't we? We do. And so we've got to be able to do the things that are necessary and know that we are prepared for the blessing. Sometimes, the delay is because we're not prepared. We're not ready to receive it. The Bible talks about pouring new wine into old wineskins. If we haven't changed, if we haven't done something different in our lives, if we're still operating with the old mindset, if we're still, doing things the same old way, and we haven't made positive changes in preparation, then sometimes that blessing is delayed until we're ready to receive it, until we're prepared to receive it. And so we got to keep that in mind. Number one, to trust God's time, to wait on God. We got to wait on God, and we got to trust his timing. Trust that God knows what he's doing. Trust that God knows that the clock is ticking. Trust that God knows that, that there is someone out there for you. But don't be thirsty, ladies. Don't be thirsty, ladies. Don't be thirsty, ladies. I've gotten over the enemy tries to distract you with so many things. We're getting ready for Get Up. I'm laser focused on what God has and what he needs me to do to prepare for this conference. I've gotten so many crazy text messages from guys and all kinds of stuff, just distracting foolishness. And so don't compromise. Ladies, don't compromise. Don't yield to that foolishness, whether it's your inbox, your text message, any of that stuff. Resist the temptation to give attention to that, because it's just a distraction. But stay focused. Stay focused on the things that God would have you to stay focused on. Keep a good attitude. Don't compromise. Don't lower your standards. Don't be so thirsty to have a man that you do things that are outside of your character. And so just be mindful of staying focused. Do the things that you need to do to prepare. Trust God's timing. Wait on him. Don't jump out there and step out and do things in your own might, power, create your own blessing. If you know you're not led to get on Match.com, stay away from Match.com. If you don't need to be on, if it's not for you to be on Christian Singles, just click the X and close that window out on your computer. I'm just keeping it real, Dr. Dunn. Yeah, just shut that thing down, because sometimes we're out there fishing and looking and trying, and we're out there trying to make up something, and we're just gonna create a mess. We're just gonna create heartache and trouble in our lives that's really unnecessary. And so if you are really serious about what God has for you, ask him, seek him about it. The Bible says we have not because we ask not, but whatsoever we desire when we pray, believe we receive it, and we shall have it. And so whatever it is, hey Vicky, thank you for joining. Whatever it is, go to God, seek his face about it, wait on him, trust his timing, and you'll receive the blessing that God has for you. Whether it's the spouse, whether it's the mate, whether it's the business, whatever it is, God will give you the desires of your heart. He said it in his word, and a promise is a promise. If he said it, he will deliver. If you delight yourself in him, he said he'll give you the desires of your heart. Yeah. Dr. Dunn says, forget Match.com. Wait on the master. Yes, indeed, sis. Wait on the master, because the master has the master plan for your life. So thank you so much for joining me, ladies. That's my time for today. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have some gentlemen on with us today. So thank you so much for joining. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, come with us to Get Up and Win Conference. Go to getupandwin.com, grab the last few tickets that are available, and we'll see you at the conference on Saturday. If you're watching with me live today, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you haven't shared the broadcast already, go ahead and share it with somebody. Your sister friend that needs to hear that message, to wait on God and trust his timing. You know who she is. Go ahead and share it with her. If you're watching the replay, I equally appreciate you. If you're watching one of my watch parties, thank you for joining the party. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Have a great evening, everyone. See you tomorrow. Awesome. Thank you. Bye.